Hi guys, so you join me today and we're at Lindholme Lakes. Love this venue, and it's one of them venues in winter where you can come and get lots of bites no matter what you do. I'm here to do a traditional winter method today, which is bomb and corn fishing. One of them, you can go anywhere in country, it's got carp and F1s, chuck a bomb out, flick some corn over the top, piece of corn, it's that visual, fish just can't resist it. We're in depths of winter now, hopefully spring's going to be here soon because I'm getting a bit fed up of winter, to be honest. But it's one of them methods where you're going to catch a load of fish and get on box, and I'll give you a run through it. Right, so I'm about to make my first cast now, and obviously got a bomb, piece of corn, and that's it. So what I aim to do is have 5-minute casts, just casting around, feathering around, and I'm looking for liners and indications. So what I'll do now is just flick out, drop it in there, sink my line, and you're looking for likely looking fish holding spots, and by that I mean places where you think they might hold up, if there's any snags or any features, far banks, anything like that. Just cast round, and I'll have a cast for, give it 5 minutes, watch end of my tip, oh, and I didn't expect that to happen. First chuck, likely looking spot, obviously always a few fish. I'm going to say look for liners or indications, move it round and try find where fish are held up. Looks like we've dropped on a few. Could be a lucky cast, but it's one of them. We'll have a few casts first, and then when I think I've found where a few fish are, I'll start introducing a bit of corn. Not a lot, and then you can move around and find a few fish, and you aren't committed too much to one area. Lovely F1. Obviously saw it going through water, homed in on it, and there he is, the culprit. Not the start I was expecting, but I'm definitely not going to turn it down. Oh, a bit lively. Take his hook out, even get me a bit of corn back. Lovely fish, get him in net, have a chuck in the same spot and see if the same happens again. Just going to change my bit of corn. Just fishing it on an air rig, but I'll run through this with you in a bit once we've got settled and catching a few. So roughly in the same area. On that, further it down. Tighten my line up so I can see any indications or anything, any fish swimming into the line. Back on the rest. So that wasn't even in a minute, that one. Most of it went on head on way down. So we'll give it 5 minutes, look for any line or indications, and then chuck a bit left, chuck a bit right. And if I don't get naught there, I'll come back to this spot because I know there's odd fish there. If I've had one that fast, they don't travel around in ones usually. And then I'll introduce a few grains of corn at a time and just build it up from there. Nothing as yet, no lines or indications or anything. It's one of them, if I do cast around a few times and don't find any fish, obviously I've had that one then, but what I will do then is, because you can't find where the fish are, just start introducing a bit of corn anyway into one area where you want to cast, because if there's no there, you can't do it any harm. Not loads, just flicking 4 or 5 grains in at a time over a period of an hour or so, and have a chuck back on it then. Hopefully you'll draw a few fish into area. Oh, made me jump, did that one. But I think we've found where a few fish are. Feels like another lovely F1. Nice action on these rods. Got the lovely SLs here. This time of year for this sort of fishing, don't come any better. There we go, lovely F1. Get him out, hold him up, and we'll end it there. There we go. So I'll give you a quick run through rod and reel that I'm using and set up. So rod's Superior SL, quite light. I use these on the canals as well, so it's a very versatile rod, but this time of year we're fishing for F1s, odd carp, really soft, and it's one of them where everything I hook I want it to get in, want it to come in. That's accompanied with a centris reel, and that's got £6 sinking feeder mono on it. Straight down to the ICS system, I'll run through that in a minute. And then I've got 015 power line and a size 16 KKMB. So, and that's just on a hair rig. It is actually set up on a free running to go with fishery rules. And the ICS system, I could literally just take off that little cap there and the bomb will actually come off. So try to do it one-handed is a bit difficult. And I could literally just put a little method feeder on there. So if I feel like I've got to introduce more bait and the fish are coming to the bait, put a method feeder on, put some pellets, and you're clicked up exactly the same. So slide my bomb back on. Let's put the little cap on. All one-handed as well, you see. And that just sits on a buffer bead where I attach my hook length, and that's it. Ready to go. Simple as that. Lovely setup for this sort of thing. Get it cast out and catch another one. Right, so I'm just going to make my cast. Fishing it to a clip, put it in, and then I'm going to ping some corn in. Oh, I think I just went over one's back then. There might be the odd fish there. So pinging corn can be a bit of a nightmare, to be honest. It never goes exactly where you want it, but because you're chucking a bomb, it's literally, as long as it's in the area, they're picking up single pieces anyway. So you want in 4 or 5 grains of corn in the area. They were all pretty good, to be fair, better than normal. Sometimes they fly off in all directions, but there's not much you can do about that. Pick your corn. It's nice when you've got decent corn like this F1 corn. It's quite hard, so they go out a bit easier. And whereas if you've got soft pieces, they can sometimes, like, I don't know what they do, just explode and go off in all directions. Yeah, what did I put in then? 8-10 grains. I'll give it 4 or 5 minutes, and then I'll have a recast and do the same again. It's one of them. Picked up a couple of fish early to start with, and then it has been a bit trickier since. So I've introduced a bit of bait, and now we're going to sit and wait. And I think there is odd fish there, like I say. I think I felt we're not way down. Give it a 3-4 minutes or so, and then rechuck. Oh, there's a little indication then. Definitely fish in the area. Put up a couple of. Leave it another minute and then I'll have another cast. Just make sure I ain't tangled or out. It definitely hits something on way down. It won't smooth. Give it another cast. Oh, if I've got one. Well, I've definitely got some on, but whether it's sat on it or whether I've foul looked it on the way down, I'm not really. I don't really know, to be honest. Just sat there with it in its mouth. Obviously not moving too far. Yeah. In his mouth. Obviously just picked my bait up on the way down and just sat there with it. It's got a hard mouth, is that one? Lovely little fish. Drop him in. Put another bit of corn on and get back out. I'm just going to run you through how to hook herring corn. So first you need a bait spike. Put that in your quick stop so it looks like that. Find a nice bit of corn. I like to use F1 corn just because it's quite nice and hard and you get some nice big grains. And I go through the bottom, so bottom of the kernel and out through the top. And then if you pull the bait spike off, you'll see it turns round and then that just holds your corn on. And there you go, voila. Get it out and see if an F1 can resist it. I'm guessing not. Let's go like that. So it's coming now. Lovely action on these rods. Nearly ready. There we go. There we go. Lovely F1 over the net. Another one bites the dust. Another one bites a corn even. There we go. Pop him in there. Back out. Catch another. So I'm just gonna have a re-chuck. Nice little plop. Tighten that line up. So you've probably noticed I'm fishing a 30cm hook length. That's due to, obviously I want the bomb to hit the water and then the bait just to flutter down. So you'll have seen on a couple of occasions we've had bites just as it's hit bottom, so what's happened there is the bomb's hit the bottom, the hook length's just following down behind it nice and slow, bit of corn fluttering down, catches fish attention, come over, pick it up and your fish is on straight away. So it's nice just to have that bit of a longer hook length. You miss out on them few fish if you fish shorter hook length, not saying you won't catch on them, you will, but you won't catch just as it hits bottom because it goes down too fast. So you need it to hit the water, flutter down, and then they'll pick it up, catches their attention on the way down. I won't go much longer than 30, 40 centimetres. I think if you go too long, it has the opposite effect. So it comes down but it folds back in on itself, so it makes bite detection a lot harder. Whereas I think 30 centimetres, I've had to play around and it seems to be the best for bite indication as well as getting them bites just as it hits bottom. Oh. Fish on. Feels like it could be a carp, this one actually. A bit bigger. Had a lovely day's fishing there. I think I'm going to end it. I'll get this one in. End video. It's been lovely, to be fair. It's a method that Not done in a little while. Mainly fish commercials for silvers in winter, but trusty bomb and corn, can't beat it. Never fail to let you down, won't this one? Especially on venues like this that are full of fish. It could just be an F1, I think. I got a bit excited thinking it was a carp earlier, but just a nice F1. Lovely fish to end the day with. Right, enjoyed my session. Hope you've enjoyed it as well. Make sure you like and subscribe and leave a comment. I enjoy going through them all and giving them a read. Come here, fishy. Let me unhook you and hold you up for cameras. Say goodbye. Thanks for watching. I'll see you again. Cheers, guys.